wasn't pretty busy. It was extremely busy.
So we'll wait a few minutes to see who all. Some people jump on here real quick. Still 8 o'clock, still light outside. I'm sure everybody's out enjoying the
It's getting to be summertime. There's a deer. There's a deer. Look. Wait, he's getting ready to go by that car.
squirrel.
I promise you it was a deer. It's a big deer.
Yep, there's a deer.
Look at him.
Maybe I can take a picture to show you.
Let me get him. I can take a picture.
Hold on. Oh, you can't take a picture?
Don't leave. I'll be right back.
Here, I'll show you guys what she sees. You see the deer? What are you going to do? He's gone. Gone.
Oh, man.
She missed the deer, as usual.
Well, I was trying to open the screen door so that it wouldn't be those lines.
I have a picture. I got a picture of the deer, so.
It wouldn't be those lines all over my pictures.
Watch your stuff.
He wanted to come for the live, but he's a little shy.
All right, so today is another Wine Down Wednesday, and of course our wine is brought to you by Sumner Crest
Winery. Can you see that? Today's wine of choice is Orlando Gold, which happens to be my personal favorite.
Now, we got back on our keto trick again for a couple of days. I've been keto
Pretty
for
sure
3
that's
days,
not keto.
And now we're drinking some full of sugar wine. So, Tiffany,
there goes the deer again.
That's a big deer.
Yeah.
So, Tiffany, if you're on here, we need to make some keto wine. We need some help. We'll keep drinking it until you get us some wine that's a little less sugar in it. But
then it's going to be dry wine, and I'm not going to like that.
So all week this week, last week, whatever, we were over at the Keystone rally that we were co-hosting, and we had a great time. It was busy.
And we met some pretty cool people.
A lot of cool people.
We got to meet some people that we see over here on this little sidebar in person, like Doughboy. And then Barbara Shink, who's there right now, who wasn't there for the meetup, but was there to have work done on her RV. We got to see her. Hadn't seen her since Endless.
Oh, Endless. You guys need to stay on here because we got some information about Endless today. So
I have the contract. So we have dates locked down.
So last week was super busy. Like I said, we had our Keystone rally that we met everybody at. We got to go to Mooride and do some. Everybody got to take a tour through Mooride. We got to go through Keystone's the innovation lab where they do a lot of new testing and stuff on those. We got to go through one of the factories.
And the customer service.
Yes, customer service. And one of the coolest things we got to do is the women got to take a driving class, I guess, if that's when to do it, hooking and unhooking and driving around and all that kind of stuff.
So, like, how many people? So he recorded, was it 3 or 4?
I recorded 3, but I've seen 5, 6, 7 of the women hooking
up by themselves to leave Sunday and then pulling out,
which was pretty amazing, pretty cool. So we're happy to see that. So if you're a woman or a man that doesn't drive, I think you really should learn how to drive the RV.
So let's just talk about that for a minute. Even if you don't plan to be like the full-time driver, even if you don't really want to drive all the time, you need to at least learn how to do everything your camping partner does in the event that something happens and they aren't able to do their normal part of the routine. For example, we had friends that he had to have emergency surgery and
I had COVID.
Couldn't drive. Yeah, he had COVID.
I had COVID 2 or 3 years ago.
So our typical way of doing things is I stand at the keypad to raise and lower the camper. Jimmy backs the truck in. And I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I'm just saying it's how we do it. Jimmy backs the truck in. I plug the cords in. He hooks the hitch, gets the pin and everything in, gets the breakaway hooked up. And then he double checks that the cables are hooked, that all the pins are in the
double
hitch.
And triple check is what I do.
I pull the feet all the way up. And then I walk around and check for lights and all the compartment doors, all the doors to make sure everything's shut. And then he follows behind me. Now, when he had COVID, he normally packs up the outside too, but he literally could not stand long enough to even wind the hose up. And we have a collapsible hose, so it's not like some big hose you have to wrangle. Of course, I know how to wind a hose up. That's not a thing, but
a hose pipe. So
It's not a hose pipe. Can
If
we just
anybody's
stop?
ever heard of a
It's not
hose pipe, let us
it's a
know,
hose.
because we just learned a hose pipe just the other day.
Anyway,
Those
point
Tennessee
is,
people.
it's important to know how to do whatever your partner does, even if you're not going to do it on a regular, just in case. So I already knew how to do what he did. He's learned pretty much how to do what I do, and I'm comfortable driving. Some days he's comfortable with me driving. But anyway, it's important to learn because God forbid, like if he were to break his leg or something and not be able to drive, we'd have been stuck. So when he had COVID, if I hadn't been able to drive, we'd have been stuck at a campground Memorial Day weekend. I know they would have let us stay, but we wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. So just something to keep.
Everybody needs to know how to drive that's in that front seat. So, but it was pretty neat just seeing all the women hook up, and then some of them actually drove down the road and drove out. So I thought that was really neat. So, where have you guys been all week? Where's everybody else been hiding?
Hey Tina,
let us know.
Their Betty came today. Ooh.
Let's go back to there, see what you got going on.
Everybody's saying, hey, Patrick Hayes from the meetup, John Kinney from New Hampshire. I never know if it's New Hampshire, Rhode Island, man. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't remember. A female deer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a female deer.
It was.
In case there's a couple more people on there that wasn't here a minute ago. This is what Lisa was looking out at the window just a second ago as she's going through her list.
Hey, Melody.
That's what we just got to see right outside the door. So
just stand out there looking at us.
He wanted to come on.
Joyce Nichols. So. Hey, Earl.
Who else is
Patrick Hayes said it was so much fun. It was fun. So let me ask you all. Try not to go too fast, too far, too fast. Get post videos of Joe doing all the driving. What? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
So while she's looking through there,
You're gonna pack if she drives, John Kinney. That's oh my God.
If you're gonna pack, it's gonna take you hours.
Yeah, that's.
But we're gonna go through a couple quick things real quick while we have some people on here. Our next camp out is in Chincoteague. We just filled up the quota that we had, and we just opened up 5 more sites. So if you wanted to come to Chincoteague and have some fun with us, this is a little more of a laid back meet camp out. So
yes, this one is going to be more laid back. And let me toss in there something we've never done at one of our meetups before, but
that's going to be a surprise.
No, it's not.
Okay.
At the rally this week, someone, Joe Schreiber,
the very quiet person,
the introvert that she is, just kidding. I know she's not on here. Requested, we had a couple like panel things scheduled, and it was just going to be ask the panel questions. But Joe said she would really enjoy if the women, could sit down and just amongst themselves without their husbands or significant others present and discuss who does what, how you do different things. And it wasn't long enough. We decided we needed at least 2 hours. I think
we got 2 hours.
We got about 30 minutes, but I think it was very beneficial for everyone involved. So I'm thinking when we're in Chincoteague, we're going to take like an hour one afternoon or 2 hours one afternoon, and the boys can go do whatever.
We can go fishing or something. There's water right there.
And we can just sit around and discuss and ask questions of one another, how you do this, how you do that, that kind of thing. And it's not this is the right way or the wrong way to do it, just different suggestions, even like storage solutions, that kind of thing. So everyone that came to that seemed to really enjoy it. And again, it was very impromptu. So I'm thinking
we're going to throw that into our campouts now.
I think that the boys, while the girls are talking about that kind of stuff, that the boys could, talk trucks and hitches and all that stuff that they like to talk about.
So we're going to try to do that at Chincoteague. So remember, we have 5 spots left, and that's in August. So if you have nothing else going on in August and you're in the Virginia area on the Eastern Shore, come on down and sign up and come visit us. So, and then of course, our next meetup after that is going to be the one that everybody's waiting on, is the Clydesdale Sutler's Post Barn Party. That seems like to be one of the biggest favorites. So if you haven't signed up for that, make sure you email us at FindUsCamping@gmail.com and let us know you want to come. It is a boondocking event only. There's no water, no sewer, no electricity, but you can run your generator. So the Clydes are pretty fun. Everybody seems to like that, and everybody seems to like this camp out. And we're up over 50 now. So we're going to probably cap that one at 75 this year.
I'm just going to say I wasn't really listening because I was reading. But did you say that Future Solutions would be there?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Go ahead.
Take it away. You already said it.
So Future Solutions will be there. So for those of you who don't know, that's who we partner with for our solar.
Which we're getting more work done now.
Everybody will be able to see it in October. Can't wait. Maybe sooner. But my point in saying that is if you have solar or if you don't, it is a boondocking event. So if you have questions about solar, these are the guys to ask. So they will be there. Those of you who have emailed in questions, thank you. We're composing a list for them so that they don't have to answer
the same question
with multiple people. They can kind of address some of the common questions in their presentation. And then they will be there to ask any questions, or even if it's, hey, can you come take a look at what I've got going on and see, is it right? Is it wrong? What do I need to do differently? So they're kind of the experts.
So while we're here talking about questions, if you guys have boondocking questions, because we've been boondocking.
Are you hot?
It's hot. We've been boondocking many days. We're boondocking actually right now. So we're not an expert at boondocking, but we know boondocking pretty well. So if you have questions about boondocking, let us know now. We can answer some of those questions. And I think we're going to do a couple videos soon about boondocking to see if we can get you guys prepared on it. But
the thing to remember is everybody lives differently. So
I'm an energy and a water hog.
He is. So a question like, how many watts of solar do you have? Or how many batteries do you have? Or do you need? Is going to vary person to person because it depends on how you live. If you're somebody that doesn't need to run your AC.
I need 3 ACs, a coffee maker, and she needs a curling iron at the same time. So we need a lot of power.
So if you're someone that doesn't need to run an AC and you're okay to have your windows open, most, not all, most RVs nowadays anyway, have LED lighting. So they don't burn a lot of electricity. Things to keep in mind are anything that has a heating element. So hair dryer, curling iron, flat iron, coffee pot, air fryer, convection oven, all these things are true energy hogs. So just kind of keep that in mind. And so the more you can live without those things, the less energy you will burn, the less panels you need on the roof, the less batteries you need in the bay, all those things.
The introvert is here.
Joe, not Joanne. Joe.
Melody is her home in West Virginia. So
Brian Smoots at the fire station. That's awesome.
Well, let everybody see it at the fire station. You need to put it on the big TV.
So I got it wrong. I said New Hampshire. I don't know why I can't remember.
Melody, you need to get out to one of our campouts soon. We haven't seen you guys in 3 years. So
has it really been 3 years?
It's been Orlando probably 3 years ago. At least 3 years ago.
Are you going to Florida this winter? Because I am. Maybe, Melody, y'all could make it over to Chincoteague in August. That's not so far from West Virginia. Just a thought.
No, I can't read them off from here. So.
All right, let's see who we got. Tina did one. Whoop. Oh, it went way too fast.
Right there.
Happy Whiskey Wednesday. Love it.
Who was that?
Jean Bonnie. Shirley Atkins says, hey.
Hey.
Rhode Island. Went from Camp Cardinal and Hayes to Williamsburg to Bethpage. Oh, cool. Dan, Carol, and Charlie.
You guys been a little busy.
Everybody's rolling around. Whew, it's getting hot.
Well, now she's getting hot. See, the wine's getting to her now.
There's no air on.
Doughboy said that was a great idea. Thanks for adding it.
Yeah, it was a good time. And I think all the women could agree it didn't last long enough. So I thought we could do it in Chincoteague and maybe make it a part of all of our get-togethers now. Just, to toss around some ideas. Well, dang, Earl. We may see you. So for our home people, you know who you are. We're going to be in Chesapeake Bay for 4th of July. I think a week or two before and until the week after or the end of that week. So who's going to be joining us? We are talking about getting together maybe one night for dinner because we have friends that'll be in Williamsburg, not in Chesapeake Bay. So I think we should take over the Blue Crab and have all you can eat steamed shrimp on Thursday in West Point.
We brought all those people
all meet there.
They can't handle
Who's
that.
in?
They can't handle that.
Well, I know Joyce and Michael go. Dan and Carol go.
That's
Charlie,
what I said. They can't handle that.
Lisa and Jim, us, maybe Smoot. Y'all going to be in town. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Doughboy, you said, did we get number 4 battery yet? Well, maybe. It's on order. It should be in soon.
It isn't installed yet.
It's not installed. So, yes, we will have our next battery installed tomorrow. I need more power.
Do you know us? We love boondocking. Yes, we love boondocking too, Melody.
So, if you guys don't know Melody, yes.
Living our dream now.
No, I was looking at something that was moving. You go ahead and talk.
They do a ton of boondocking. They do a ton of videos at all the places they go. They spent most, you can correct me if I'm wrong, most of the last year out west and posted some videos and pictures of some amazing boondocking places out west. So if you have not checked out their channel, you should.
Make sure you check them out because they're going to show you where to boondock. We boondock some, but nothing like they do.
Mm-mm.
They know where the free places are. They know where the good places are. So we've been following them around a little bit and trying to watch where they go, and so we can see where we want to go for next time. But speaking of that, I think next year, I know we've touched on this a little bit, and we're getting it a little bit closer and closer and closer. And I don't know if you guys saw the last post a couple of days ago that Lisa was on Trip Wizard, planning out our caravan. And we've had a lot of people jump on board and say they want to follow us on their caravan. So this is still all up in the air. There's nothing set in stone. We're trying to get some stuff out there. But I think we had almost 20 people so far that want to go on a caravan. So the caravan is going to start from Endless Caverns after our meetup, and we're going to head out west.
No.
I lied.
It's not.
Where?
We're going to be here for a Keystone rally at the beginning of June. Then we're going out west.
Okay. Yes.
But let me just say that when we talked about this caravan, initially I thought we'd have like 4 or 5 people. 5 at the very most. Probably more like 4. And as I started planning my trip in RV Trip Wizard, I scheduled a couple harvest hosts. And I know that people are interested and then plans change. And so just because 20 people say they're interested does not mean
that means we'll get 3 with us.
However, now I'm having to kind of rethink my plan because harvest hosts are probably not going to be an option if we have more than 4 or 5 people because most of them do not have that much room.
So we need help from you guys, first of all. If you're planning on wanting to go on a caravan, like I said, we don't know the whole date yet, whatever it is, but it is next year. Headed out from our Keystone Rally in June, and we're heading out west. So if you're wanting to come, let us know, and we will, as soon as we get our itineraries built in and we get it figured out, we will let you know. And you don't have to go all the way out west. If you just want to take the first leg to the first 300 miles and the campground we go to there, stay a couple of days and then back off, that's fine. And when we get to the campground, if you're in that area and you want to pick up and take 2 or 3 legs from there, that's fine. So it's not you have to drive from here all the way till we get back. It's none of that. And if you're out west and we head out towards Montana area and that's where you're from, and you want to meet us there at our camp out there, or you want to take Montana over to South Dakota or whatever it is on our way back, that's fine.
I am currently recruiting villagers that want to help at the events.
We need a lot of help.
The job doesn't pay well. I'm just going to let you know up front.
I'm gonna double everybody's pay this year. It's going to go from 0 to 0. So,
but we'll have a good time.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the fun, the whole time. So, if you're interested in that, let us know. Email us FindUsCamping@gmail.com. Let us know that you are interested. We'll put you on an email loop with that once we get everything set up and going. So,
Joe Schreiber says, first question.
First out of 32, I think she said she had at the meetup last week.
Staying hooked up for an overnight, do you put your front stabilizers down? So,
yes, no, maybe, possible.
What did the guy at the generator guy say? Yes, no, I don't know, maybe, yeah, whatever it was he said. It's kind of like that. If we're somewhere that it's pretty level and we're not going to unhook to like go grab dinner somewhere, then if we don't unhook.
It doesn't hurt anything not to put your front jacks down.
Right.
If you're pretty level, Lisa likes to be almost 100% level before she puts the slides out, which is a good thing.
After the Schwintek slide, not being level and running slides out makes me very nervous.
So you don't have to be level, but there's not going to be a lot of stability on there. So when you're walking through the camper, it will move around. If the washing machine's going, or whatever you guys want to use as the washing machine, it may move around a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to be as steady as it is on the feet. So,
as a general rule, I will at least put the front jacks down just to kind of take a little load off the truck.
She's
or maybe
tired
get us
after a
level.
long time.
And sometimes I'll put the back ones down. I won't level, just put them down to, so it's not all wobbly.
If we drop the camper, we go.
But
eat,
we
then
don't
we
always
will
do
level,
it. So I know that was a whole bunch of maybe not, but we don't have a rule. We just try to get as level as we can. And if it's stupid, unlevel, then yeah, we'll disconnect from the truck and try to level her up.
John Kenny says he's coming in October. You going to the horse farm?
Yes.
You need to email me, let me know so I can put you on the list and get you on the list there.
Congrats on the new truck too, John Kenny.
And all about the banks. What's up, guys?
Oh no, that's not them.
Congratulations.
See, there we go. We got people sign up for the
congratulations on going full time.
Yes.
You're gonna love it. And you need to come to our campout so we can see you guys again. I don't want to keep seeing you guys at Tampa and Hershey.
Hershey and Tampa, that's it.
It's the only time we see some of you people. So,
and then you bump into them over and over again.
Yes, all over the place.
How funny is that? All right.
Brian Smith, 2 free golf cards. Rhode Island, agree. Blue.
Oh, he's talking about that reality show. Down in the one that's down near Gloucester. I know what you're talking about. The guy that bought a campground.
In order to do that show, you have to be an annual there for a certain amount of time.
And that's what he said. It's supposed to be about the year-round campers.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm not an annual anywhere, so that's not going to work.
All right, Shirley Atkins. We will definitely talk about it because we're going to, I don't know if you go to the Blue Crab on a regular, but Thursday night, all you can eat shrimp.
Ray Weinberg is ready to go to the Blue Crab. I think we're going to shut that place. I think we might have to get a reservation.
I mean, if we all show up, we will take the whole restaurant.
It's only on Thursday. First of all, it's only on Thursday, so we have to do it on Thursday.
But we'll have to get a head count so we can make a reservation.
Yes, raising wild berries, living our dream does go to some awesome places. So I'm hoping we can hit some of those awesome places while we're out there. So.
What was Brian Smith? Not camping anywhere for unknown.
Ooh.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that other than I'm really sorry.
Yeah, when you blow a tire, sometimes it takes you out. It takes you completely down for a little while. So hopefully Camper will get you up and going. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But unfortunately, Brian Smoot left one of our campouts in May of last year and not too far. Yeah, so not too far out of the campground. He blew a tire and it tore up part of the camper. So check those tires as good as you can, and you can check them over and over and over and over again.
His came apart like a retread, only it wasn't. So that was kind of weird. Doughboy says you need to get your amateur radio license.
Man, I got so many licenses I need to get. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. So
Jimmy's not a test taker.
I need to get my drone license and all that still too. What's the email to sign up for the Sutler's Post? It's FindUsCamping@gmail.com.
Say that a little slower.
FindUsCamping. You know that part. At gmail.com. So send us an email, and put in the subject line, fall campout or farm rally, whatever it is, just something in there, Sutler's Post. That way we can see it, and then we will send you an email out telling you what we need from you guys.
Earl, the caravan trip. So originally we were leaving Indiana in June, the beginning of June, and we thought we had to go to Vegas. So we were really starting the caravan effective in Vegas and headed up into Yellowstone, Glacier, the Wall in South Dakota, and we were ending in Wisconsin with, of course, some stops in between. Egg Harbor, Wisconsin, because they have a food truck and floaties the last weekend in July. I've not confirmed the date of that. I have emailed the Bureau of Tourism or whatever it is up there, and they don't have a date set for next year. I mean, the one for this year hasn't even happened, but it's usually the last weekend in July. We don't have to go to Vegas, as it turns out. So we still want to hit at least Yellowstone, Glacier, the Wall, and Wisconsin. And
other things in between.
Someone in our group also wants to go to Winslow, Arizona. So
stand on the corner again.
That's kind of the trip. And it will begin in Indiana in June, the beginning. And in Shipshawana, we're thinking after the first week in June, and we got a definite date on the Keystone Rally for next year. And then it will end in Wisconsin the last. So about a 2-month hike. I don't know. It's nailed down in jello right now, but I'm sure we will see you over 4th of July so we can chit chat about that then.
And then hopefully 2025, we will have a huge one all the way around the whole country. So
I'm definitely going to Maine, either fall of 24 or 25. Definitely. What's the
Caravan tramp length. Yeah, forever. Well, Melody says she does not unhook when they boondock. So
We
just
don't
depends.
usually, unless it's really unlevel, we don't unhook. Or if like we're doing, I don't know, even harvest hosts sometimes are quick overnights. But if there's somewhere that like we can walk and grab dinner, we'll do that. Or we'll eat something here. If we need to unhook to drive or to refuel, we'll unhook and then we'll put the jacks down. But unless we're really unlevel, we typically don't. Smooth. Just yay.
All right, Patrick. I will send you an email back probably tomorrow, not today, and let you know what's going on with that.
Yes, Jim Piles. It was awesome, right? It was an awesome time. Be sure you tell Keystone what an awesome time you had, because we're really pushing hard to do a repeat next year.
Yeah, we met with everybody this Tuesday, and
of course, there's a bunch of approvals and whatnot to happen.
So we got it all straight, and I think they're going to do it.
We just need everybody to say that they had a great time.
So we come back up we come back to Indiana in 2 weeks to get some more things, do some couple things, and we're supposed to have another meeting and set that all up. So
yes, Joe, Wisconsin, Egg Harbor, Wisconsin. I think it's kind of near Minnesota. Did I say it right? I'm my own biggest fan.
Joyce, Easy Tire still giving us problems. We bought the booster and replaced the sensor battery. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it's dark or barely. I think you need to try to reach out to them. I've been using ours for.
Don't jinx it, but ours is forever old.
Yeah, we've been using ours for 5 or 6 years, and every once in a while it'll blink out if we go through some big cities. But I'm not even using the booster on this camper.
Yeah, so. when we switched to this camper, I don't know, a couple of weeks later we went.
I forgot the booster.
We forgot to get the booster off the other camper, and I think we've changed the batteries twice now. But knock on wood, it hadn't given us a problem other than that.
The only thing we've had, and we had it not too long ago, is it said my tire pressure was almost 250 psi or something like that. And I thought, wow, if it's 250 psi, it's going to blow up.
But we rebooted it.
It scared us the first time, so we pulled over just to make sure it didn't look like a big balloon, and it wasn't. It was okay. And after that, we just turn it off, turn it back on. So we haven't had any issues. So I would suggest reaching out to them and just seeing what's going on. Our camper's longer, so it should. I mean, it reaches even without the booster. So maybe you have a defective one. But I would reach out and see.
Maybe you're driving too fast, Mike. Maybe you're outrunning it.
Mike says, "Sign us up for Maine." Yeah,
I've been trying for 2 years now. It just hasn't happened.
Hey Lou, how you doing?
You're sinking down into the sofa.
Yeah, I'm sinking down in the sofa. So, but yeah, it's just. The caravan and the Maine, the trips, that's where we're going to start going. So you guys are here, 29 of you, 30 of you here now, whatever. You guys are here to learn it first. That's what we're going to really start focusing on now is rallies. It seems like everybody likes rallies, campouts, meetups, whatever it is. So we're going to do a lot more of that. We're going to try to get some more organization on them, and we're going to try to do some things while we're there. So Endless Caverns is going to be a little bit different this year. We're going to try to put pieces and parts together. So we haven't really decided exactly how we're going to do that. But while you guys are here now, and it's about the 30-minute mark, Endless Caverns is signed, done, and ready to go. And the dates are,
May 1st through the 5th.
Hold on.
Which is a Wednesday through a Sunday, because this year was a little overwhelming and
May
people
1st.
Didn't have enough time to do things they wanted to do outside of the campground. Doesn't mean you have to come the 1st. So for those of you that work and can't take a whole week off or whatever, we understand. But there were a lot of people that wanted to do more things outside and didn't get the chance to. So we were hoping if we extended a day and make our activities a smaller portion of the day, it'll give you time to go out and do. And possibly we can plan some outings. Not like we can't all 85 rigs show up at the potato chip factory or whatever, but smaller groups that want to go do things amongst themselves, can do that and have a good time.
So Derek, if you could post on there, the Endless Caverns will be May 1st through the 5th for us. That would be awesome. May 1st to the 5th on Endless Caverns. We are coming in for the week. Of course, we would love to see as many as you can for the whole week. We can really do some different things.
But official things don't start till Wednesday.
Official things to check in will probably be Wednesday. Thursday will be some other things. But
I think we're going to try to do a more organized check-in this year on Wednesday Like we'll come up with a time, 2, 3, or something like that to try to get people to come down and, excuse me, get all their stuff together and check in and say hi and all that kind of stuff.
So I think this is going to be more fun. We're going to try to, everybody still pays for their sites, and this is still all open air. We haven't decided. I'm going to try to get the food truck to give me a price on everything. We're going to try to get everybody's shirts this year. We're going to try to get a couple of different things. So you still going to have to call Lisa Manning to get your sites and get that done. And then we're going to try to do some things with you guys.
Go with some packages or something that if you
different
want,
packages.
If you want these things, this is what it will cost, that kind of thing. Because a lot of people wanted shirts this year, and we don't carry them with us just because inevitably you'll have the wrong size, the wrong color, all the things.
We're gonna do Campout shirts for now on. It's gonna say the 2023, 2024 spring Endless Caverns Campout or whatever it is. So they're gonna be different for every one of the campouts.
And they're not gonna be online to order them.
No.
So if you're not there, you don't get one. Because we liked the ones. So Keystone had.
If you go to our Facebook page, we posted a picture of all of us and our Keystone stuff.
Yeah,
right there,
and we all had shirts that said what the event was, so that's kind of cool. Joe has question number dose. What creative ideas or suggestions you folks have to wind up and store the long 50 amp electric cord?
Of course, we used our Ride cord. I think I showed you guys the cord reel. So I showed you guys that before. We just put it in there and we roll it up.
And there's there's many options out there, but on the Ride front, because we love Ride, they do have an electric cord reel. It will only hold a 30 foot,
30 amp, 50 amp cord.
30 foot, 50 amp cord.
50 amp cord.
Ours is longer than that, so they also make a reel that you have to crank. But
we just leave that in our bay, and I just roll it up real quick and easy.
When I was at your place, Joe, I didn't look at the basement, but I'm pretty sure I'm positive you have more storage space than we do, so you probably have room for that.
If you want that.
Some people just toss in the back of their truck, I'm going to be honest.
If you want that, it's not on our Ride page. I think it's going to be on our e-trailer page. So if you want that, it's on our e-trailer link, and you can go on there and you can search for that.
Brian, the smoke from Canada, from the fires in Canada, just kind of crazy. We just set up a strip for Chincoteague. Oh, John Kenny's stopping in October because it's on his way back. Sweet. Smoot will plan for it. Hey, Ron Schmidt. And Gibbon Joe. Y'all.
Hey, guys. So some of these people that are coming on here now, of course, we met last week in our camp out, and it was, or the rally, and it was pretty cool. We got to go out to eat with a couple of them. We got to spend one-on-one time with a lot of them. And that's what we really enjoy is the one-on-one. Don't get us wrong. We love seeing all you guys in a big circle and talking. And it was pretty neat. We had live music that night, and the guy that played the guitar to sing, he stayed late that night. And the best thing in the world is what I like the most is we all sit around the fire, and somebody goes out a guitar and they just start singing.
Thank God nobody was recording, because I'm sure none of us are going to win the next American Idol.
So hopefully at Endless, somebody can bring a guitar that knows how to sing, and we did that last year. That guy that they had there, he kind of sang around around the campfire. So
yes, he did.
That's a lot of fun for us.
What makes my heart happy, and
she tried to get the picture for it.
Joyce Nichols, you can attest to this, is when you see all these people at the rally that we brought together that didn't know one another, and now they're camping elsewhere together. So and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Joyce and Mike did not know Dan and Carol and Charlie, and now they camp together a lot, which makes me happy. And I tried so hard to get a picture at this most recent rally for Keystone the last day, and I'm outside and I didn't have my phone, and I said, Jimmy, give me your phone, because there was like 6 or 7 women standing in a circle, and they're all passing numbers back and forth to one another so they can stay in touch. Of course, at that very moment, Casey hollered out, "Group picture, everybody come over," and everybody scattered, and I did not get the picture, but I just enjoy seeing people meet people and then stay in touch and meet up other places. It makes me happy.
So if you guys can help us right now, there's 33 of you on board, and we only have 15 thumbs up. So if we can take a second real quick and just hit that thumbs up button. YouTube likes that. We love it too, but YouTube likes it more than we do. So if you can give us all that thumbs up, that would be great. While Lisa's reading for the next one. There's 1, there's 16. Let's see if we can get to 17.
Talking about the signs at the
17. 18. Who's got 18?
Okay, I have a question. Some of you won't know the answer to this because you weren't there. 19. At the Keystone Rally, we all got T-shirts. We got lanyards, which we're working on those for our next meetup.
Yeah, we're gonna get the lanyards this year because, and this is why it's going to cost a little bit for you guys to help us with this, because the
there's a fly in my drink.
Hello, my name is doesn't last 4 or 5 days. So if we can get everybody lanyards, we'll do that, and we'll get our little numbers printed on the back. That way, when we do a giveaways, your number's already there. So lanyards is going to be another thing we're going to have for everybody.
They also did yard signs. So for those of you that weren't there, you know, when you're driving through the neighborhoods, it's like and at the end of the school year, a 2023 senior lives here or whatever. And they're just those little like corrugated cardboard, but they're plastic, and they go in a little metal stake and they go in the yard. So they had those on our sites at the Keystone Rally with like the logo for the rally out there. And it had our names and our site number. Ours, the little stake got all bent to pieces because the ground was like a brick.
We like them, but the bad thing is about them, they're so big and we can't get those shipped to us because they're so huge. So
our question is this. I thought the signs were really cool.
Because everybody knew who was in our group.
How do we feel about flags, though, maybe instead of signs?
With the little yard flags that say,
because the sign you can only use as long as the stake stays in place. And I did see somebody say that they hung theirs in their bunk room, which is a cool idea. I wish we'd have saved ours. We could have hung in the garage. But anyway, somebody mentioned the little garden flags with like FindUsCamping on it. And then I know Bill Morrow made us the wooden FindUsCamping sign. And if people are interested in those, I can give you his information and he can make them for you. Just wondered how people felt about garden flags, though. Oh, you're moving backwards.
I was reading it. How's your shoulder, Lisa?
Shoulder's doing good.
Look, I can pick it up. Watch.
It's been a little tender. I'm going to be honest. It hurt a little bit last night, and I don't know why.
We do go back to
but the doctor's appointment's next Monday.
So we'll see exactly what's going on.
And it's just tender in one spot, which is probably where the worst of it was. So it's just taking longer to heal.
Really, Derek? Freebird? That's an inside joke, guys. That was at our campout. They were singing, you know, every time you go somewhere and there's a band, there's always that one guy that stands up and says, "Sing Freebird, Freebird, Freebird." It went on and on.
And the guy singing just looks and rolls his eyes. I covered a great in Bar Harbor.
Another Freebird.
That's good news, Lou, right?
Yeah,
I want to go to Maine so bad.
Just think what an independent suspension would do for you, though.
I'm just saying.
It's night and day.
We want to go to Alaska. That's not happening.
That might be a 2025 trip.
But that does have me a little nervous because everybody talks about how bad the roads are up there. And I know that they're not all created equal. So maybe they're not all bad. But if you're not from up there, you won't know where to go to stay on the roads that aren't bad. So maybe we need to find somebody that's experienced in Alaska before we make that trip.
So who's been to Alaska in a camper? If you have, let me know here or email me and let me know so I can use you as our travel guide.
You know, Joe, I don't know. Campfire, guitar. I heard that the introvert was not an introvert at the campfire. I don't know.
The quietest person, you know, and this is the cool thing about our campouts, and this is why we're going to keep doing them and doing them and doing them. When we first get there, the very first day, it feels like COVID again, is what I said. Everybody's 6 feet away from everybody. It's like, stand over there, and you'll do this quick little wave thing to somebody like, hey, it happens all the time. By the middle of the week, everybody's starting to finally kind of like move around a little bit. By Friday, oh my goodness. Everybody knows everybody.
No filters.
There's
Friday.
No filter.
You're
saying what you want to say. You're doing what you want to do.
And then Saturday,
our goal is we don't want a bunch of clicks. We don't want this little click over here, this little click over there, and this little click over there. We want everybody as much as we possibly can together.
I think everybody came together,
and it did really, really good. But it's just so funny. We do it all the time. And I traveled all my life through the military. My dad was an Army, and I had to meet new people. And the first time we finally landed in a new place like Germany, which, hey, what are we doing here? The first day or two, it's like, hey guys, how are you? Because everybody had their own little friends, and
nobody believes
you're new, and it's like, hey, yeah, I was that guy for a few days, 2 or 3 days. It's like I want to see who I want to hang out with. I want to see where I want to go. Of course, I play football and soccer and all that kind of stuff, so it didn't take me long to get on the teams or whatever it is. And then once I got on the teams and everybody knew who you were, so I kind of felt I kind of got there quick. But the meetups, it's just unbelievable. The first day, not a lot of people know each other. By the end of the week, everybody's crying because they're leaving each other. So that's what this meetups are about. That's why we want to do more. And it's so fun to hear somebody say, and I'll use Joyce Nichols because they come to most of our campouts.
Well, and she just said,
and they say, "Hey
they
guys,"
didn't know Dan, Carol, Charlie, Mike. Oh, Mike and Brenda. I forgot about Mike and Brenda. They're in that group too.
But what's cool is when they leave, they say, "Hey guys, we'll see you later, or we'll see you at the next campout." So we all, and there's been many times that people don't see each other until the next campout, which is pretty cool. You guys talk to each other all year. One of you on the East Coast, one of you on the West Coast, and you meet up at our campouts. And I thought it was pretty cool the other day. I said, we had people come from California, we had people come from Washington, Texas, we had people coming from New Hampshire,
Maryland,
no, Wisconsin,
Minnesota.
and Minnesota, all those. I would love to be able to put a
Maryland.
big drone way up in the air, 20, 30,000 feet up in the air, and just see everybody coming together and meeting right here. And then Saturday, when they all leave, we all go like this and go different directions. So that's what's pretty cool for us. We really, really enjoy that. And that's why we're switching what we're doing more towards that. So.
All right. The state you're from, the garden flags are a good idea. Yes, 11, Brian. And
11.
yes, the CRE 3000 is way cheaper than independent suspension.
It is cheaper. It's definitely cheaper. 11. All right. So if anybody comes to one of our campouts, 11 is never, ever going to win. So if you have the number 11, you're not winning.
You know how when you come to one of these things and they give away
raising the wild berries are the ones that usually win every single thing. But this
time
they got knocked down.
This time there was somebody else that it seemed like just about every vendor that wanted to give something away. Minnesota Doy Boy. He racked up at the rally this week.
He won.
And congrats, good for you. But it's luck of the draw, or maybe he got lucky and answered things right.
Number 11 will not be drawn again. So that's going to be unlucky if you get it. Bill Morrow, the wooden sign. Yes, Bill Morrow, the wooden sign. We did have a couple of people ask us about our signs the last couple of days we've been out. So we're giving your card out. So hopefully you'll get some business from that. So I was so glad Minnesota Doy Boy finally came out of his shell. Yeah, he came out of his shell.
Yeah,
all right.
He came out.
She waited for the last hour last night to say a word.
Rhode Island.
Brian Smoot, no, you're definitely not shy.
Tiffany, you don't get to show up 40 minutes in and then ask when the next meetup is.
Tiffany,
you missed it.
My wine is gone. So Tiffany, now that you're online, we are back 100% keto. I've been keto for 3 days until
we need
tonight.
Some keto wine. Can you work on that for me?
We need to work on some keto wine from you. So Tiffany met a lot of people while we were there, and I think a lot of people are getting ready to go to her winery to Harvest Host. So now that she's online, we can talk about her for a few minutes. Make sure you go to Sumner's Crest Winery.
She said 11.
Yeah, no, 11. Sumner's Crest Winery, if you can. She is a great Harvest Host right outside of Nashville, right off her 65. So if you're coming down that way, make sure you stop there. Make sure you tell her you heard about it from us. She already knows, but
that you're here on Wednesdays.
Yes,
Tiffany.
She might give you a prize if you tell us.
Well, so wait. The new meetup at Endless is, I'm guessing that's what you mean. The new meetup at Endless will be next year, May 1st through 5th.
We're going for the whole week, so come on down. Tiffany says, hey, y'all.
You don't suck. We're just giving you a hard time. We love you. Central
Time. You know, the funny thing about that, Tiffany, is we have these new things. They're called telephones. You can put an alert on your phone. You can put it in your calendar. That's how I know to be here on time, because it comes up and says, hey, dummy, you have a live coming up. So
Tiffany, here's the problem. You know, I'm not a dry wine drinker, so I'm going to need a gradual process to that. That's not going to be overnight. I mean, it took me 50 years to drink wine, period. So sweet is where I am.
All right. So count me in. I'm already counting you. I'm counting you in for this meetup, that meetup, this meetup, that meetup, all the meetups. I'm counting all you guys in all these meetups. So we can't do this. And I know we changed, if you guys were in this caverns, we were going to change our names to, what was it? Fanatics. But after we left that camp out, I looked at Lisa, she looked at me, and we
looked at me, like this with my arm in the sling.
We basically said we couldn't do this without you guys, and you guys being our village. So we changed our name to the Villagers because it's a strong village to get up and doing what we need to do. So I'm relying on all you guys to share everything that we do. I'm relying on you guys to share all of our campouts, because without you, we can't get 75 and 100 people to these campouts.
So let me just say, it was really cool, and it's quite humbling to have our village show up at the Endless Caverns meetup. But what's even more humbling is people that we've never met show up, and that most of them are word of mouth for people that have been in previous years, and invite them because they have a good time. And that, again, makes my heart happy. What was really cool at the Keystone Rally, and there was only 18 RVs, is that so many of you all have been on the side panel here and been with us live. And we've talked to you there. We've seen your names there, and you've commented and carried on, and we've kind of gotten to know you there, but still not in person. And then when you show up at a rally, and we already kind of halfway a little bit know who you are, and then you get there and you're exactly who you are here, and we're just us. So this is us. This is what you get. It's just fun. It's like when you talk to somebody for work that's in another state, and you have this picture of them in your head, and then you finally meet them and you're like, not
Speaking
so
of
much.
that, Doughboy, you were nothing what I expect you to look like. Nothing.
I don't know that I really had a picture in my head, but it was funny because he and Tina hopped out of the truck, and it was like, hey, there was no awkward, we don't know you kind of thing. It was like we already knew each other, and we all, and Tiffany and Bobby were right there. So I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable, and we could not do all this without you guys. So we, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you guys for what you do. I think at Endless Caverns, we're going to give a huge prize out from one of our partners. One of the biggest prizes is probably going to be who brings the most newest people in. So I would suggest when you start signing up for Endless, let people know. And when they sign up, you need to let them know to say, hey, so-and-so sign me up. It's not a guarantee you're going to win a prize. It's still up in the air whether or not we're going to do that. But our goal is to get new people. So new people means they've never been to one of our campouts before. So that doesn't count if it's somebody.
And if 2 or 3 of you that are coming know the same person, you better push them to say your name.
So we only get one for that. So
Lou, absolutely ice wine. Love it. However, not keto friendly, full of sugar. But my favorite. Even there's a cidery up near Endless Caverns. It's called Showalter's Orchard. It's an apple orchard, and Old Hill Cidery. That's what it's called. They have their version because it's a cider, not a wine. It's called Season's Finish, and it's their version of an ice wine, and it's amazing.
So Tiffany asked again, and I'm not going to call her out again for being late. Her arm's doing better.
Arm is better.
She's not back to full strength, but she's doing better.
Hell no.
So,
but it's getting there. It's better every day, and on days like last night and today, it's been kind of just achy.
Last night was a long night for us.
I get a little discouraged, but then I have a little reality check with myself, and it is better each day than it was yesterday. So at the end of the day, it's not going to be an easy thing. It's going to take time.
Joyce Nichols says YMCA for the village people.
That's funny stuff. We can sing YMCA at Endless. I'll have my arm back by then. We can do the YMCA.
Yes. Brian says, well, I was so impressed at how we greeted you guys when you pulled in like a long lost friend. Yes.
He said 11 people. It might have been 11 people. Who was it? It was Tiffany, Bobby, me, you, Vicky, Morgan.
You were like the host there, man. You were so important when you came in. And it was funny because you went down the road. We said that must be Brian coming in right there. Now there was 8 fusions there, 9 fusions.
Yeah, we're playing the game. Well, because he got there Sunday like we did. We got it there a day early. Where we were sitting, we could see people come up the road. It's like, oh, that's a fusion. They're coming here. What kind of truck is that? And then we would try to guess who it was. But we nailed you right on the bat.
We guessed you.
Yeah.
I need to look up more. And
Yes. I don't know who's on here. Gibber Joe. Yes, you need to be there. Good time.
Endless is a great time. Last year we had 84 reservations. We had almost 250 people, I think, there.
It was a lot.
It's a lot of fun. But
it's a good time. And no, I have not been to the Shenandoah Winery. perhaps next year at Endless. That's a road trip.
We will be posting that one tomorrow or Friday, unless on our Campout sheets.
Yeah, we're not going to post it until so
I'm going to post
process
it.
is they send a contract, we have to sign it and send it back.
That's all done, but the thing is,
but then we have to make sure they're ready for reservations.
They're not going to take reservations until Tuesday of next week, because Monday, believe it or not, is a holiday.
It is. It's Juneteenth.
So it's a holiday. They're off, so they're not working on Monday. So Tuesday it will be open. And for all you Chincoteague people, we got confirmation today that it will be open this weekend. Is that what you said, or last weekend?
Online it said Thursday, but we were told today this weekend, so I don't know if Thursday counts as
so
weekend.
Anything you guys heard, I know there's a lot of Facebook pages out there going, there's no way they're going to be open, there's no way they're going to be open. They're going to be open this weekend.
Well, the post that I read that said they would be open Thursday was by an employee,
because it's a brand new.
And let's be real, so again, if you had a reservation last week because they were supposed to open the beginning of June and they weren't open, I have read, I can't promise this to be the truth, but I have read that what they did was transferred people that were supposed to be there that they couldn't because they weren't open yet to the Jellystone that's down there because they're owned by the same people. And I can see where that would be frustrating. I also know that when we were there in March, he's not helping me.
I'm reading.
I was amazed at what they had done, but I was also thinking, whew, they got a lot done. They got a lot to do to be open by June. And when you got a bunch of contractors, you got about a bunch of work to be done. You can only do what you can do.
So they're going to be open this week. Yes. So that's set and done. So definitely they'll be ready for us in August, which a lot of people are worried that they're going to be ready. So it's done. It's ready to roll. So we're going to have a blast when we get there. So meet up, campouts as much as we possibly can. So, all right. So it's more about you guys here. So I need your help. Joe, I know you said you had 37 questions you needed to give me. You only given me 2 so far. So I need questions from you guys. Campouts, meetups, caravans, boondocking, products that we have, any of that stuff, the mobile display unit that we're using.
Even if we don't know, somebody on here does. Certainly one of these other 28 people will know who it is. Tammy Jackson, yes, you need to come someday.
Yes, definitely. We like to meet everybody that's on our pages. And like I said, the good thing about our campouts now, they're getting ready to go countrywide. So even if we don't have one super close to where you are, we may be near you. So you may find us camping near you. So,
I need a village out west to help me with the meetup when we get out there.
Who can help us build a village out there, Midwest and West? That's what we're going to need. We need people to help.
Taking our friends from Minnesota and Wisconsin. Are y'all considered Midwest?
That's Midwest. It's East, Midwest, West.
Well, I mean, I just don't know where the lines are that technically divide that because I don't know. I'm looking at the map on the wall.
So give us some questions. We have some people on here. I know you guys got questions you want answered. But yeah, who is ready for a caravan? Who wants to go for a caravan? Like I said, we're not setting anybody in stone. I'm not writing your name down and saying you got to go. I just want to know if it's something that you would even be interested in doing. And like I said, we don't know when, where, or what. But I just want to see if we have enough people interested in us even really pushing really, really, really hard to get this. So
once I get that second O.
If you're interested in caravans, let us know now. Just put in the comments and say, hey, I am interested in this. I know it's not set in stone, but we will be interested this year in 24 and 25. So if you're not, tell me no. That way I at least know you're still awake. That's the one bad thing about not being able to see you guys. I can't see if you're still asleep or if you're awake.
Melody, take care. And we're going to get you to one of our meetups. Interested in Wisconsin. And for Yellowstone to Wisconsin. Okay.
All right, I'm holding you to that.
Joe, I hear you, but is Mike on board?
What's she saying?
How did he deal Monday? So Joe's husband Mike retired, and this Monday was his first Monday.
So let's everybody give him a congratulations. He doesn't have to work anymore.
Yes, congrats on the retirement. But I know he was a little nervous about not knowing what to do with himself Monday morning when it's time to go to work.
I can figure out something. I can guarantee you that.
He's napping. Imagine that.
He's napping. It's 8:00 your time.
Yes.
Gee whiz, napping.
But yeah, congrats. You'll have to tell him everybody said congrats.
Tell him to watch the live when it's not live. It's recorded, so you can watch it.
Uh-oh, really? Earl, y'all are going full time next year?
Who?
Matthews. Earl. Wayne,
Earl.
Helen, whatever you want to call them. That's awesome and exciting.
Congratulations. No, that people are starting to talk, so you need to catch
Remember,
up.
they love to sleep.
Do what?
Remember, they love to sleep.
I know. If you're going to travel with us, you're not going to be able to sleep that much. So.
Well, you'll miss out on all the fun if you sleep.
Deanna and I are ready for caravan. Yes, that would be awesome. We would love. We just went by More Ride and talked about you guys today too. So, thanks for letting them know that we sent you guys that way. Second zero. I mean, for all that Jimmy pays me. Yes, Derek, Autumn, whichever one's on there, I might triple your pay.
The difference in the zero is it in front of the number or behind the number?
Next year, going full time. Mike's napping. Yoo-hoo.
So, Ron, there is talk of Keystone doing some, and this is like, again, in Jello, but there has been talk about doing meetups in other places. So,
yeah, so we talked to Keystone. Like I said, I don't want to keep talking about Keystone here because I don't know a lot of brands, but we are talking with them to do a one on campus. So you guys can do the tours and the factory tours and all that kind of stuff. And then do a couple off campus out in boondocking land or.
So what that means is Keystone may or may not have somebody there present. It won't be as intense as it was, like, of course you can't do factory tours. You can't do those things. And they, they're, I don't want to say they can't afford, but it would cost them a lot to, fly Casey and a whole crew of people to wherever we might be. And then they would need to stay somewhere. So it'll probably be primarily us with some input from Keystone.
So it's going to be our camp out. So
it just would be different, but still, I think it would be a good time.
I love the Keystone campouts because we can get all our Keystone people together, but I love our campouts with everybody because camping is all about everybody. It's not just about one brand.
So Lou, they did tell us today, we initially signed up 25 sites, or that's what we signed for in Chincoteague, because to be quite honest, they were kind of late coming in and the park wasn't open. So it was kind of last minute and it was going to be 25 sites. That's what we're going to have. She called today and said, yeah, you got your 25. And we have to kind of book, this many RV sites, this many cabins. They also have glamping tents, which are really cool.
So if you want somebody to travel with you, does not have a camper, you don't want them staying in your camper, they do have other options.
And like the Weinbergers, they're coming and their daughters are coming and renting a cabin. So always an option, but she rolled our extra. She said, let's do 5 more sites.
We'll go stop it at 25. That's it. 5 more spots. Whatever.
We have 5 more sites. We have 5 more sites so we can fill up.
If you don't get through to her, if you want to get in, let us know.
Well, he said that when he called, they only had 1 spot left. So yeah, they have, just as of today, she's added 5 more to the mix. So yeah, that's where we are.
And for some reason, if they don't fill it up, we have 1 or 2 more sites, but we're keeping this one kind of small.
Carla, you want to go where? Oh, out west. Hey, sorry.
Hey,
I skipped by Kenny and Carla. I skipped by her. I didn't see it. Also, yes, John, Kenny, are y'all coming to Hershey? Because that's amazing.
Yes, we are going to try to do some meetups while we're at our Tampa's and Hershey shows because a lot of people are asking us to do that. We are going to try to get some meetups there. The problem with some of those is we have a lot of partners that we have to deal with there too, and they have events. They have events for us. So
here's the other problem. Even if that wasn't going on, personal experience, when we go to those events after being on your feet and walking around the show all day long,
we're there from the time it opens till the time.
And then you go to an event that doesn't start till 7 or 8 o'clock because the show's going all day. It's exhausting. So
we're going to try to make time for everybody.
But what I did think of, and you all weigh in, we could do like breakfast before going to the show one morning.
These people are going.
We could take over the Waffle House.
I know a lot of these people. They're not going to get up that early in the morning.
Tiffany and Bobby will go to the Waffle House. John and Rhonda will go to the Waffle House.
There's no way in the world we can
could take over the. Is there a Waffle House in Hershey?
No, there isn't.
Might be a bad idea. There might not be a Waffle House.
We'll figure that out. We'll try to get that lined up.
But let's toss around some ideas. Y'all can either hit me on here or you can email me.
I would rather do a big dinner somewhere where everybody can go out and we'll just make it work.
Or maybe we sneak out of the show early one day.
Yeah, we might do that.
Or maybe we do media day, which most of y'all
Yeah,
won't do.
they're not going to be there media day.
No. We go to media day and then we come back to like then we go to dinner somewhere.
But a lot of people aren't going to be there for media day. A lot of them come on weekends.
Can y'all just get there on Tuesday?
Come all week with us.
Okay, just come on Tuesday.
So we'll see. We'll work on that. See if we can get.
We'll discuss that further next week.
Mike loves to hitch stabilizer. He won from More Ride. The guy at Endless Caverns, awesome. Yeah, we love More Ride. We at our camp out this week we sold products on 16 out of 18 campers this week. And for the people that said that we need to make sure we get our credit for that, we did find out today that More Ride is giving us all the credit for everything we sold. So once again, we do thank you guys for everything you guys did buy from More Ride. You're going to love the products. We love the family of More Ride. We love everything about More Ride. So thanks again.
And yes, Casey is the best. I told Christy that the other day. That I love Casey and she does an amazing job. Found the contact information for the KOA meetup. You mean the one in Chincoteague, Gene?
Where'd you go?
Right here.
You dropped too far down.
Oh, I did miss.
Casey's the best. Cool sounds.
Camping with Gary. Gary's amazing, right? Can we all just take a minute? Can anybody believe that Gary's 74?
And he still picks up those hitches and puts. I watched Gary in Tampa put a hitch on by himself.
They dropped it on his arm, so that's a whole other thing.
On his hand.
Yeah,
I thought he lost his hand. So, but yeah, More Ride. If you guys don't have More Ride products, reach out to us if you have questions. Any questions about More Ride? We love More Ride. It's one of the best. Now that doesn't mean all of our other partners are not. We love all of our partners. So,
Joyce, your sister is crashing our meetup. That's awesome.
Nobody's crashing my meetup.
She said she didn't want to take up space in her thing, but they're going to be there. Hilarious. So they're going to crash our party. That's fun.
Why is she crashing? Why she has a Class A? Why don't she just come?
Well, she does. She's coming, but she didn't take up our spaces, so we have more spaces for other people.
Take up a spot because if you don't take up the spot, she doesn't get a discount. So give her the discount.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay, so tell her don't crash the party. She can come. She can be a part of the crew.
You don't crash the party when you're part of the family. So be part of the family.
Yes. Okay, Gene. So are you on Facebook? Because on our Facebook, there is an event page for the 2023 FindUsCamping Summer Meetup, I believe is what it's called. Or email me at finduscamping@gmail.com and I will send you a link. So the basic information.
We haven't changed everything, but if you go to our FindUsCamping, I'm going to try to scroll this to see it. I'm going to scroll up right here. If you go to the bot right here.
Okay, but he should say that Android, it won't look like this.
There's our upcoming events. So we're going to be adding a lot more to the upcoming events whenever we have it. And then once you click on one of them like that one, it'll open up and there's Chincoteague. So you can go to it and you can see what we're doing, what we're talking. I know that's backwards, but anyway, sign up for our FindUsCamping. Go to our FindUsCamping.
There you go. Raising Various has it on there.
Yeah. So go there, sign up for it. Keep an eye on it. We're going to be adding more and more and more and more. Also on our website, there will be FindUsCamping at FindUsCamping.com. There will be spots on there that you can go to all of our campouts. That's going to take you to Eventbrite.
Give me a minute. I haven't got that complete
yet. So that'll all be straight. So everybody will have where we're going. So,
but the basic bottom line is this: it's going to be at the Sun Outdoors Park in Chincoteague Bay, which just opens this weekend, and it's going to be August 24th through 27th. There are waterfront, water view, and back end sites, but basically it's on a point. I'm not really sure that you can't see the water from every site in there. So
we're trying to get to campgrounds that have cabins or yurts or whatever, in case we have people that we do have people that follow us that do not have campers that are thinking about it. That way they can at least participate. Or
maybe
like
you have
for us, we have families
area.
and we go to Endless. All of our kids come to Endless. They all get cabins. They all do other different things. So we try our best to make it so you can bring your families in. We're hoping that the Weinbergers can fly their family in. I don't think that one has cabins. We need to check it, but that's the whole point, to have cabins and ways for everybody to be able to join us. So what else we got here?
We also had somebody stay in a cabin at Endless that was in the process of choosing an RV. So they didn't have one yet, but they're going to. So, you never know if you need a cabin, or I think they're a little pricey just because of where they are. They're on the water, but they're camping. Their glamping tents are basically like fancy yurts, which are really cool. and Chincoteague. What are you laughing at?
So
Tiffany Hall. No, you did not.
yes,
Yeah, it's going to buff out.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave all that alone. Derek can tell you guys all about that a little bit later if we need to. So, Bridget, oh my goodness, we're getting ready to close
Bridget
it
finally showed up.
down.
We're getting ready to leave, girl. Where you been?
Whiz.
It's all right. It's always next time.
One of our biggest followers that follow us all around. We'll go
Bridget, did y'all reserve Chincoteague? I feel like you need to come. No pressure. There's only 5 spots left. So
just to let you know, Bridget, if you didn't, we just landed Endless Caverns where we met you guys last year. Next year, whatever it is.
May 5th. May 1st.
May 1st to the 5th.
You can't reserve yet, so don't get all carried away, but we will post it on Facebook when you can reserve.
Tuesday should be the day that you can reserve. And I think, guys, I think it's going to fill up quick. So don't lollygag around. Everybody's been hitting me up. When is Endless? When is Endless? When is Endless? When is Endless?
There at Endless.
With Dwayne out there helping us promote it, which is the camp host out there. He loves our group. Mike loves our group, which is the manager there. They're posting it. They're sharing it. They're getting it up. So when we release this Tuesday, I suggest you let Lisa Manning work hard for her money. If you don't
she may not be the contact. Maybe she's got a girl.
It's the contact because they already gave it to me. So when we release that on Tuesday, I want you guys to blow her up. I want you to make her work hard for it.
But then be patient in case we overwhelm her.
Because she is doing a lot of different ones.
She lost her right-hand girl a couple months ago. So now she's trying to do 2 people's jobs. And I know she works a lot of weekends and a lot of hours. So.
Give her a couple days, respond back to you, and get it in there. But if you want to go, I'm telling you now, this one's going to be bigger, better, and just awesome. And Tammy, I suggest you get it as quick as you can.
I don't have a meetup for this July. However, I will tell you what I do.
It's too hot to camp in July. We're inside in the air conditioner.
We're camping. We're going to be We're going to be in 1,000 Trails of Chesapeake Bay for 4th of July.
Hey, Doughboy, time zone problem. She's on the East Coast, but that doesn't help.
Who? He's talking about Tiffany.
No, I think are you talking about Tiffany or Bridget this time? Because I said she was late.
Oh yeah, Bridget's on our time zone. She has no
East
excuse.
Coast.
She was just busy.
Movie star Dwayne.
We will be in Chesapeake Bay from sometime the week of the 26th until July 10th. So I don't know how close you are to that. And then we are going to a campground that we've never been to in West Virginia to record a video campground tour for them.
I think we're going to have to start posting on our Eventbrite where we're going to be every week, so you guys know where we are. Because everybody.
What he means is I need to update our. It's not Eventbrite, it's Calendly. But I'm on it this week. I have a drive day Friday, most of the day Friday and Saturday. So
750-mile drive day.
Get some of these things taken care of. If any of you are familiar, and I probably will murder this, so my apologies in advance. Rebels River Resort in West Virginia.
We will be there for a week.
We will be there July 10th through the 17th. So if that's...
We have to work some that week. So if you're there...
I do have a couple of days. It's in Bowden or Bowdoin. Don't know. West Virginia. Never been there before, but we're coming. We're going to do some recording, and so that will take a few days, but we will have some time to hang with people if anybody's going to be in
We also
area.
have a lot of campgrounds reaching out to us for us to do some campouts, and also have a lot of them want us to do some video in there. So if you guys know any campground owners or managers that want work done from us that we can do a camp out or we can do some video, get them to reach out to us at FindUsCamping@gmail.com also. So
Night, Lou. Sorry. Yes, next Tuesday, Bridget. We've got the dates, we've got a contract, but they aren't open for reservations yet. So next Tuesday, hopefully, is when that will open up.
So, Dobo, where did you get your wood state map from? Did you get it from Etsy? Is that? And he's talking about. I don't want to show you a big mess over there because we're getting some work done, but it's that map right there. If anybody sees it.
Joyce.
Etsy. Okay, perfect. That was fast.
Yeah, because when there was a war going on when we got ours. Where are you coming from, Joyce, that you're going to be in Chesapeake on the 10th? Are you close enough that you can join us at the Blue Crab that Thursday, one of those Thursdays?
We're going to close down.
Yes, Ray. I know you're going to be there same day. It was planned that way.
It's planned.
Your wife told me when to plan my trip.
We're going to close down the Blue Crab. I'm hoping to be able to call them and say, hey, guys, FindUsCamping is coming with their village.
For 25.
And we need 25 people, and they're going to eat a lot of shrimp. So I suggest you go ahead and start getting some more shrimp, fresh shrimp. So
Yeah.
We'll work on that. I'll probably email everybody in our email group and just say, hey guys, if you're in that area and you're coming, let me know so we can get a reservation. So
Miss Shirley said she'd meet us there, even though she's not camping.
perfect. More the better.
I don't know why she's not camping 4th of July. Miss Shirley, where are you going to be?
I need a photographer. I need some people to take more pictures for us.
Are you going to do something that's photo worthy?
You never know with me. What's John Kenny saying?
Keyless door lock recommendations. I'm looking on your site for ideas. So
I don't have any on that. We still like Bauer.
Ours is Bauer, and I think you can still reach out to Bauer. The person we used to deal with at Bauer no longer is at Bauer. So
Bauer.
Yes, Bauer locks, and they also, John Kenny, you can get the keyless door lock with the number pad. Of course, it still has an actual key, and they also, if you ordered all, maybe later, but I think if you ordered all at the same time, you can replace the, what are they called?
The cylinders.
The cams, whatever.
Cam
the little
cylinders.
lock part on all your compartment doors. They can send you those as well, so that one key does your door lock, your pass-through storage, all the things. But I don't have a link for that. You'll just have to contact
This
Bauer
key
Locks.
right here fits
that is
everything in our camper.
Everything.
Camper. Even 2 padlocks that we lock our e-bikes up
Yeah.
with.
So
Locks
they
up
have
with.
tons of stuff. They have the little locks for your slam latches. They have padlocks, like if you want to lock your e-bikes up, you can have them all key to like. I'm going to assume you need to order them all at the same time. But Bauer, Bauer.
What else are going
is the
People are starting
company.
to move us around now. Home is 2-hour drive. It's a 2-hour drive.
Shirley Atkins, you're going to the Outer Banks. When are you going?
We haven't been to Outer Banks in a while.
So where do you stay in the Outer Banks? We got to go. It's late, but Miss Shirley, where do you stay in the Outer Banks?
What else is on there?
We won a Rec Pro. Oh yeah, you did win that Rec Pro lock. And Rec Pro does have those. So John Kenny, if you don't care about the other locks,
Go to our Rec Pro site.
yeah, you can go to our Rec Pro link, and they have the keyless entry locks. And I would assume that if you called them, first of all, if you call them, tell them FindUsCamping, so they put our code in and we get credit for it. But
Or if you use it online.
Yeah, but I don't know if you have 2 doors. Do you only have 1 door? Now I'm going to talk to myself. You can order it if you need to, and you need them key to like.
Let them know we sent you over there.
He only has 1 door.
Well, that's perfect. Just go in there and get it.
No, he has 2.
Gee whiz, she's really thinking about
He
it.
has 1 in the kitchen and then one up here. So you might have to call them, John, to get them key to like. OBX Campground in Collington. So is that the KOA? I think
Outer Banks Campground. That's where we stayed.
it's a KOA. We also really like
Outer Banks Campground. I think it's a KOA.
Miss Shirley, please, can you confirm? Please prove me right. Outer Banks Campground in Collington.
I'm always wrong.
Oh, no. OBX Campground in Collington. You're right. It's over by the road.
Oh, wait a minute. Say it again.
Shut up. It's
Say
over
it again.
No.
You
turn by the
Say
Wright
it
brothers.
again.
You turn by the Wright brothers. Don't
who's
that's
right?
my bad arm.
Who's right?
My bad.
Yes.
You're right. Did everybody hear that? He's
31 years. It took
And it
31
happened here,
years.
live.
You guys saw it right here live.
We
I
do
was
like
right.
Outer Banks Campground, and we also really like you go across the bridge like you're going to Manio, but instead you turn left and go into, what's the name of that city?
Yes.
Swanchees. And there is a little campground there that is called,
So you don't remember.
don't know, but it's a little locally owned campground. And they also just in the last year or 2 opened another one actually in Manio behind the coffee shop.
She's going to bring it to the Blue Crab. That'd be cool. Yes. I think they need to close the whole place down for us.
Who's coming to the Blue Crab?
Shirley Atkins, she's going to bring her camera.
All right.
Keep it
So serious business. If you're coming to the Blue Crab,
email us. Let us know. I need to know how many
email us,
people
let
are
us know
coming.
you're going to be there. And let's plan it for, I'm just going to go out on a limb. Let's plan it for the 29th or the 6th. Which one do we want to do?
Well, can't do the 6th after 4th of July and all. Let's just do the second one.
Okay, 29th is the first Thursday, but will we be back in time for that? And the 6th. Those are the 2 Thursdays.
We'll let you guys know. If you're interested, email us.
Here's
let us know.
the deal. Email us, FindUsCamping@gmail.com.
in the
you want to come
subject,
to the
blue
blue
crab.
crab, put that in the subject, and then which day you can do it, the 29th or the 6th, and whichever day has the most people, that's when we'll do it. And then I'll take a head count and call and get a reservation.
Kipatique 79 is 723. Roberts.
Who's breaking up? What?
What?
This Brian Smoot.
You always go so far down. We're still right here.
I'm at the bottom.
We're right
this
here.
year. What houses and 2 couples in motel? I heard it. Refuge. Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, we have a video on that one. That was a pretty cool little place. And
Cool
they opened
little
up
campground.
they opened up another campground too.
And they only have a handful of sites for transients. It's a lot of annual sites there, but the owner his daughter runs the park, or did, and she's super nice. And what's the little guy's name that manages it that's there? Your buddy. Oh.
Somebody watch that video and let me know. Because he said,
awesome.
You can't park on the grass. Ron.
Can't park on the grass. I'm like, but the campsite's not long enough for my truck and my camper, so where do you want me to park? And luckily we had a friend who has an annual there, and we parked at his place. But anyway, Ron was good fun. Who is Peter Kane? Why are we breaking up?
Who's breaking up?
It says breaking. Oh, our audio maybe?
The screen was breaking up a bit.
Okay, good.
Seems to be okay. All right, good.
He probably did break something, Kenny. You know how it is.
I broke something because it's the first time in 31 years I've ever been right. So I was excited. It was probably jumping. The camper was jumping.
Whatever.
Oh well.
It's not polite to gloat.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I have it here, and I'm gonna video it. I'm gonna take the
so
screenshot
2
of
weeks
this.
is the next live. When's that? We'll be in Chesapeake then. I don't even know what today is. No, today's the 14th. So the 28th. We should be in Chesapeake then. So maybe we'll have some friends stop by and join us.
We might do a live out of the pavilion or something if I have enough signal.
That would be fun.
So we're getting ready to get off here because we've been on here a little bit longer than we should have. So if anybody has any questions real quick, put it on caps. Let us know anything. Let us know. Just give us some questions. Yeah. How many of you guys are liking the campouts? Are we enjoying the campouts? Is it worth coming to? Are you guys still want us to keep doing more of these? Is what I want to know, what I need to know.
No, Brian, I don't think they did. Did you hear about that?
No, I don't know what it says.
I think it was Autumn's phone kept saying
Oh, no.
that like somebody's AirPods were there when we were outside at the campfire.
Autumn was probably asleep.
No, I don't think so.
I have a lot of pictures of Autumn sleeping on the way home, so I know.
She did sleep on the way home. However, she was awake at the campfire.
Well, Shirley likes them.
Love
I have
them.
one
Good
person
Shirley.
likes our
Joyce loves
campouts.
them.
Give me some more. Yes, no, I don't care. Let me know one way or the other. It's not going to hurt my feelings.
They clearly like them. They keep coming back.
One. No, not one, Derek. This or this?
1 is yes, 2 for no.
Most of them say.
Not just her phone. Sorry, Jimmy. Question list can't find.
Are you serious?
You're saying no. Really, Brian?
Well, Doughboy hasn't been to one of ours yet, so.
Thanks, Bill. See, Brian, that's our village, those people.
That's
Joyce,
my village.
Bill,
That's going to jump
Miss
on
Shirley,
you right there when you come to the campouts.
Those are our village. So you can't come and act a fool because we have people.
We have villagers.
We have good people.
Who's ready for Endless Caverns? Now that we sign that again. Who's ready to go? Oh, Bridget typed something on.
She said, I'll learn to love them now that I know y'all. I can't wait to attend.
Who, Brian?
They're going to have a blast.
Yeah, Brian's a different breed. He's definitely a different breed. There's a good thing about Brian. You can go like this. Boop. He has a mute button.
Who? Doughboy Brian?
Yeah, it's Doughboy. Maybe
well,
we'll
you got another Brian, so you have to be specific.
Brian, Doughboy. We're going to teach you how to make doughboys at Endless.
Smoot, we will definitely get together. If you can't camp, we will definitely get together.
Maybe we'll have to go over to Longhorns and get a nice big fat steak again. Because of you, I get the garlic butter every time now.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Well, we're going to get off here. Please share this with everybody. Let everybody watch it, rewatch it. Let them know about in 2 weeks.
We will post it. We will post Tuesday for
Tuesday
Endless.
about Endless. We need to get the, if I'm telling you guys, if you want to get on that one, I think you better get on that one pretty quick because it's going to fill up pretty fast. So if you want to get in there as quick as you guys can. So, but we do appreciate every one of you guys more than you guys can even know. We can't do this without you guys. It's our village, it's our people, and we appreciate you guys. So
thanks, Joe.
until we see you guys at the next camp out, I guess it'll be the next meetup because we won't see you guys.
Or in Gloucester,
Or
because
in
we're going to be there in
Gloucester.
a couple of weeks.
So unless we see you in Gloucester, our next camp out, our next meetup.
Until next time.
Safe travels, guys.
Joyce try